It is definitely family, but just like families, we bump heads sometimes.
Well, Kandi, like I said, I absolutely love the show. It is so much fun. So what made you want to bring Old Lady Gang to the forefront and to highlight the restaurant and the crew that works there?
Honestly, it was Todd's idea. He was the one who came up with the idea to do the restaurant. And then as he was doing it and we started hiring people, he was like, we should really do a show about this restaurant because the people that work there are so over the top. They need to be on TV.
They definitely do. But I love the show because it's almost like kind of like a Vanderpump Rules meets like Restaurant Impossible, because like things are like, starting to like fall through the cracks a little bit, right? At the beginning of the season. And you're kind of like trying to figure out, the missing pieces and trying to put things back together.
Yes. Well, overall, I just kind of feel like, restaurant industry is hard, right? Mm-hmm. And so we went through a real seriously bad moment in these last 2 years because, we've been losing a lot of employees and people start getting comfortable doing whatever they wanted to do. So I had to bring in a guy named Philip to kind of help whip everybody back into shape. He's a restaurant consultant and he's good at what he does, but he's a little tough to deal with. And the people who had been working there, they did not want to deal with Philip. So that just made things go left, and it's just hilarious to watch. Plus the Old Lady Gang and their commentary all day long is hilarious.
Definitely. It definitely seems like an OG versus the newbies. I mean, how do you deal with conflict in the workplace?
Oh my goodness. I try, with everybody that works at the restaurant, I try to be understanding. I'm a little bit more like, they're going through some things. Let's give them another chance. That's me. But Todd, he's like, they got to go. Cut them. Let's move on. And I'm like, we can't fire everybody.
Right. Is it hard mixing business and family sometimes?
Of course.
Yeah.
Just dealing with, especially with my mom and my aunts, because they feel like they run things. They feel like nobody can tell them what to do. They should be able to say whatever they want to say to people. And I'm like, it doesn't work like that.
Right. And then it seems like dating relationships between staff members kind of come to a head this season. How do you feel about that? Do you condone that? Or is that like a no on the list? Well,
it's actually, you can get fired for it in our rule book. So you're not supposed to do it, but obviously it's going on. But for me, I kind of feel like a hypocrite because Todd and I met on the job. And I just feel like, okay, well, maybe they found love. And Todd is like, no, one of them will have to go. We got to separate them or something. So I don't know.
How do you feel that people may compare, like I said before, may compare this a little bit to a Vanderpump? How do you feel about that?
I'm sure they're going to try to compare us just because it's two restaurant situations, but we are totally different. It's a night and day difference in, how we act here in Atlanta. Atlanta is a whole different vibe. And plus, it's like ours is a mixture of family with the restaurant. And that just changes the whole game.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like, even though there's going to be conflict and drama, that everybody that works there seems like it's like a family environment. Would you say that?
I would definitely say that because some of them, the ones who have been there for a long time, you start to think of them like family. Yeah. So it is definitely family, but just like families, we bump heads sometimes.